When we talk about the story of the universe, we always start at the beginning. But what if there was something before the beginning? Today, we're diving into a concept that's, well, at the very heart of existence itself. We're talking about a single primordial power that everything, and I mean everything, comes from. Just think about it for a second. What was there before anything? Before the first star ever lit up the darkness, before the gods even had names, before time itself started ticking. Ancient texts point to one single, kind of mysterious, and all-powerful origin, the ultimate power behind all creation. But what is it exactly? Well, in the Shakta tradition of Hinduism, the answer is Adi Parashakti. And that name says it all. It literally means the eternally limitless power. She's not just another god in the pantheon. No, she is described as the supreme being, the actual source from which all other deities, all matter, and every ounce of energy first sparked into existence. Now, to really get our heads around this, we have to tackle a really fascinating duality. I mean, how can one being be both the source of everything and also the nothingness that came before it? Let's break down her two fundamental states of being. It's all explained through these two states. On one hand, she is nirguna, which is pure, formless spirit. Think of it as the divine zero feminine energy, right? Pure consciousness, no shape, no attributes. But then, on the other hand, she is saguna, which means she has form and qualities. So when she decides to manifest in the material world, she can take on forms we recognize, like the powerful goddess Parvati. So she's both the abstract idea and the physical reality, all at once. And maybe the best way to understand her is to hear it from her own words, right? In the Devi Gita, before she even incarnates as Parvati, she appears to King Himalaya and just lays it all out there. She says, "I am the eternal truth. I have no origin or end. I created the whole universe." I mean, that's about as clear as it gets. It's an absolute declaration of her role as the one true creator. Okay, so if she's the ultimate source, the big boss, how does the universe actually get built and run? Well, this next part of the story explains how she didn't just create the main male deities, the Trimurti, but she also gave them their cosmic job descriptions. Can you just picture this moment? The three great gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, they all appear before her, and she just lays down the law. She tells them, "I am Adi Parashakti. I am the owner of this universe. You are all my partial expansions. You have appeared to govern the universe. This is not a negotiation. It's a statement of fact." She's the cosmic CEO, and they're her top executives. So she then gives them their specific jobs. And this is the crucial part. She doesn't just give them a title. She gives them their Shakti, their power, their energy, which is embodied by their consorts, who are all just different forms of her. So Brahma becomes the creator, but he's powered by Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom. Vishnu is the preserver, but he's powered by Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. And Shiva is the destroyer, powered by Mahakali. The takeaway here, without her Shakti, they literally can't do their jobs. So this whole idea of partial expansions is where things get really wild. Adi Parashakti is one single source, but to manage the entire cosmos, she manifests in countless different forms. It's like an incredible cosmic hierarchy, all stemming from her. For example, to keep the cosmos running smoothly, she can take the form of Durga. And then, get this, Durga herself expands into 9 forms called the Navadarga. Each one of these goddesses governs one of the planets in Vedic astrology. You've got Kushmanda ruling the sun, Shailaputri ruling the moon, and so on. It's a complete system of divine administration for the entire solar system. And the expansions don't stop there. It's incredible. As a source of all knowledge, she also manifests as the 10 Mahavidyas, or wisdom goddesses. And in some traditions, these 10 goddesses are the actual origin points for the 10 famous avatars of Lord Vishnu. So Tara is the source of Rama, Kali is the source of Krishna. Each of Vishnu's famous incarnations comes from a specific form of her divine wisdom. This all brings us back to that core idea of the cosmic trinity. A lot of people are familiar with the male gods, the Trimurti, but the texts really emphasize that their power comes from the Tri Devi, Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati. They aren't just wives. They are the active feminine energy, the Shakti, that lets the Trimurti do anything at all. And all of them, at the end of the day, are just different facets of Adi Parashakti. But of all these incredible forms, there's one that's often seen as the ultimate manifestation, Tripura Sundari. Her name means the most beautiful in the three worlds. She's considered the highest of the Mahaviryas and the universe's ultimate Shakti. The scriptures say she's the supreme consciousness that presides over even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and that she existed before any of them, kicking off the creation of the universe all by herself. Okay, so she's not just the architect and CEO of the universe, she also controls something even more fundamental. She manages the very fabric of our perception, that blurry line between what we think is reality and what's actually illusion. This power over perception is called Maya, or cosmic illusion, and it has a few different faces. As Yogmaya, she actually creates illusions for the gods to help guide them. As Mahamaya, she uses illusion as a weapon to take down evil forces. And as just Maya, she's the force that creates this material world, the very thing that can bind us through emotions like greed and pride. Basically, she's in control of reality itself. So you see, this isn't just some far-off, abstract idea. This primordial cosmic energy is described as being present in absolutely everything you see and feel. It's in the plants, in the animals, in the ocean, in the sky. She is the living, breathing, animating force of the entire universe. And that really brings us to the core thesis of this whole thing. Every form you can think of, every god, every goddess, every force of nature, they are all understood to be just different aspects, different expressions of that one singular ultimate divine source, Adi Parashakti. So that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. If everything we know, the whole universe, the gods, even ourselves, if it all comes from one single divine feminine source, what does that mean for our place in that grand cosmic design? Thanks for digging into this with us today.